Lai Mohammed, according to him, we must regulate social media before it destroys us. Now, the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has once again called for the regulation of social media in Nigeria. According to him, Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder if the issue of fake news shared on social media is not urgently addressed. Lai Mohammed said this when he appeared before the House of Representatives Committee on Information, National Orientation, Ethics, and Values to defend the 2021 budget proposed by his ministry. While responding to questions from members of the committee, Lai Mohammed said the next war to be fought in the country and across the world might be fought through social media, making reference to the ongoing NSAS protests. According to him, the biggest challenge facing the country was the issue of fake news and misinformation, adding that the government identified this since 2017 and decided to launch a national campaign against fake news. He explained that the government was not seeking to shut down the social media space in the country because the social media has come to stay, but to have a social media policy that regulates the social media and checks fake news and misinformation. Now, you could find the story on Linda Ikeji's blog. Members of the committee, however, disagreed with the minister. A member, Emmanuel Ogene, warned against any attempt to shut down social media in the country, saying the action will be counterproductive and will make the youths to believe that there's an attempt to truncate democracy in the country. He said the government should not only focus on the negative effects of social media. So you can find the entire story on Linda Ikeji's blog. And I want to ask, what do you guys think? Starting with you, Ada, what's your take?
This is a very hot take. Well, I think I'm indifferent.
You're indifferent?
Yeah.
So you don't mind if social media is regulated?
I just don't want to take sides.
You don't want?
I understand. I don't want to take sides. I understand that people abuse social media, they go about circulating fake news. But then again, social media has been useful. It's been helpful. And there are some things that...
So I want to ask you, would you say it's more helpful than detrimental or more detrimental than helpful?
I think it's 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There are people that only
Excuse
get to
me.
know, it's fine. There are people that only get to know some factual things only via social media. People don't subscribe to televisions. Most people don't subscribe to television no more or newspapers. So it's just social media, and they actually put out accurate news. Then some just sit down in the comfort of their homes and just type anything. And then
My people online are saying Ada is afraid to talk.
I am just saying my mind. It's 50-50.
You know, today I'm just moderating. I just want to seek opinions.
You not put me on that stick.
No, Ada, you must talk now. Should be when they were asking me question about pastor, you were neither here nor there. You were trying to swim. You understand? Somebody said that we should face politics. That this has nothing to do with church. You cannot say that if you have a pastor as vice president. You cannot remove religion from politics, at least not now. Maybe if the next election, we now have a president that is a teacher and a vice president that is an imam. Then we can now say, okay, nothing concerns church inside.
I get you.
But you were swimming halfway, okay, you know, so this one is your own. I don't give you now. Yeah, that talk. Everybody won't hear you.
No, for real. Okay, why are they now pushing for rape with so much force now? Let's just take for instance what happened. But most organizations did not carry it. Some of the things that we saw and got to know visit that through social media. But
Mm.
then again, some people still escalated the matter, put up some outrageous numbers of fatalities and all of that still through social media. So I still stand again. I am indifferent. It's 50-50. It's good, it's bad. But if they want to regulate it, I feel it should be censored. That should be whatever content, before going out, they should have.
Now, for instance, let me give you an example. There's a fight in front of ShopRite, for instance. Ada now reports it that ShopRite was looted because she got a message from WhatsApp from one of her friends who sent her a message from 2 years ago. So she posts the video and writes under ShopRite looted. Right? Now, what should be done to Ada for misinforming the public?
Be arrested?
Ada should be arrested. My people are saying Ada does not know where to stand, though. Ada, I've never seen you like this before, Ada.
50-50.
Shebi, when they were rolling me under the bus, they were saying, that this, that. You two were, okay, you were now dancing in the middle. Let it be Daddy Freeze. Let him carry it.
I am not dancing in the middle. I am on the fence. I am either here or there. Social media is good, but it's also bad. So,
Well, in all fairness, Ada is making a lot of sense. We need to give it up to her. I was just pulling her legs, you know. Social media, we've seen the good and the bad. We've even seen the dangerous. With the COVID-19, we saw all sorts of conspiracy theories that normally would not have seen daylight. We saw them well funded through the back door of the media, and people were getting paid for it. Some people were selling books. There were people who tried to sell books and nobody bought for 20 years. They just came out with one small conspiracy theory over COVID-19. Before you know it, they are bestsellers. So yes, we've seen people profit from misinformation. And during the pandemic, we had both the pandemic and the infodemic. And the two of them were running side by side. And at the point I was wondering, which is more dangerous, the pandemic or the infodemic? Again, with regards to NSAS, we've also seen we don't know what to believe. You're sitting at home, somebody's saying this amount of people were affected. Then another person is reporting the opposite. And you don't know who is funding who. You don't know who is bankrolling. That's the word. Who is bankrolling which side. So you are just there in the middle like ping pong ball. They'll just tap you, boom, 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 boom. Some will tap you to tap you to this side, we go. They will tap you back to this side, we go. So what can really be done about social media? I'm not taking Uncle Lai Mohammed's side, though. In fact, the only person's side I'm taking today is Adam Mohammed.
oh wow, what?
Because in all fairness, I don't know where to stand. I earn my living through social media. I run my church through social media.
Okay, no.
I preach through social media. We don't know I know this Nigeria is a funny place. They'll just come and say they want to regulate it. Before they know, they'll say nobody can preach on social media unless you go and collect theology license from one church. Then all the church will be looking at you and hey, you are Daddy Freeze. You've been the one talking nonsense. And come and collect license now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know? So, fine. I'm glad that the infodemic was not as heavy during NSAS as it was during COVID-19. Because before you know it, one pastor will just come and say NSAS was caused by 5G.
It's okay, please.
So because they were deploying 5G in Akure, the NSAS virus was released into the air, and that is how everything started happening the way it's happening. So please, let's keep it calm. And also the Abrodarians. Here's my message for all of you Abrodarians. I greet you, I hail you. It is very easy for people to say we move, we march, we go. You are not here. You dey America, they work for Walmart. Meanwhile, they loot ShopRite. Your work, they safe. From Walmart, where you dey, you attend to your customer, finish. You now type, we move. Move to where? Come to Nigeria and come and move. The people that can shout, we move, are not people that, if DJ, what's her name again?
Switch.
DJ Switch stand up and say, we move. We know the last time she moved. Abby, we know, we saw her. She moved. She was there in line of fire. All those people, if those ones say we move, files, we move, you moved. But you, where your job, they secure for America, you cross leg. You did watch the whole thing. I was watching one former Nigerian musician. He just they ran, say we are going. I just they look at. One of my former colleagues responded to him. I no one mentioned their name because I was great. I was like, I'm not saying. Listen, Abroadarians, you people have a lot of work to do. That's you Nigerians in diaspora. I like to call them Abroadarians. You have a lot of work to do. Meaning, you are earning dollars. That dollars can build more houses for the youth than Naira can build. It can build more hospitals than Naira can build. It can build more schools than Naira can build. That is where we want to see you moving. Any Abroadarian that wants to move should start funding housing projects in Nigeria. Start funding educational projects in Nigeria. If 200 Abroadarians come in together and each of them bring $100,000 or $50,000, they will rebuild Nigeria in 5 years. They will rebuild Nigeria in 5 years. And when you have taken these children off the streets, you have given them jobs, you have given them homes, you have given them amenities. They are not going to use the rivers, their toilets. Somebody saying, are you government? You are not government too. But also you are not in the line of, it's like you shouting, we move, and then soldier is pointing gun at somebody in real life. You are not the person they are pointing that thing to. You, they far away, they move. Meanwhile, person eye, they the gun. So you get the way you go move. If they pull that trigger, you go just say, oh my God. You go start to type another thing. So, let us be, I'm not, of course, most of my church members are Abroadarians. So I value people a lot. I value people more than anything. I know I love you. I value you people. But inside this matter, I know say una dey vex. But just remember, see, if they shoot gun for ShopRite, we dey hear am for here. Una no dey hear your own. Una go just dey read am for social media. We dey hear the cacao. Now we dey hear am. Abby? All right, let's take a few calls and let's see what people have to say about this as we round off. Sorry, Ada. There's no way I was not going to take over, even if it's 15 minutes from your time.
Hello? Yeah, it's you now. Pop Daddy. Hello? Hello, good morning. Alright. Hello? Hello?
We can't hear what he's saying. He's talking to himself.
For real. Hello? Hello, good morning.
You see, 2021, that year ago, Igor.
Hello, I can hear you.
Come, make una beg me. I go begin the sing am o. Next year go.
like Nigeria. Are we trying to tell the whole world that we want to go back to the group time? Maybe early men. I don't know why you want to think about early men going history time. The early men who are using stone to scratch fire. So we want to go back. Why go and move forward with technology? We are having problems because of our insincerity. I don't know. I don't say it. But government are not sincere in this part of our Africa.
Okay.
People are moving forward because they are moving forward. They don't want to go back to the area of autopsies or any other thing. It's good then.
Okay. Point noted. Hello? Hello? All right. Lucky last caller. Hello?
Lucky last caller. Oh.
Hello? Wow. Hello?
Thank you.
Okay.
If you understand what this line Mohammed is trying to say, that's why he said it's but you notice our government, whatsoever that is okay against them, don't want. Because,
Oh dear. Okay, but we got the message. The government, whatsoever they feel is going to be a threat to them and their offices, they don't like it. All right.
All right, Ada, lovely hanging out with you.
Yes, it was great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You were trying to put me on a hot seat. It's all good.
It's all good, sis. Bless you, sis.
Bless you too. Have an amazing night, rest.
All right. Big shout out to my Abrodarian friends and family and church members. I love you guys. You guys are bringing the money in while our politicians are taking the money out. It's all good. At least you are contributing. Now, make una also dey careful because in as much as we want things to be okay, now we dey where the grinding machine they grind. Simply Vic, I see. Yeah. That's an Abrodarian right there, and a very good one. Yeah, shout out to you. And shout out to all of you who are good people. And yes, shout out to all of you who also want change. And shout out to all of you who are tired of the same old, the frustration and all that we have. But you see, when you are tired, just be careful. There's a difference between airing your opinion and showing your frustration to outrightly inciting a possible genocide. So you've got to be very careful. So let me see all the Abrodarians. If you're an Abrodarian, let me see your hand in the air. I've seen one. Simply Vic. Raise your hands, Abrodarians. Washiri Santoni 3, representing us from the abroad of Mushin. Baby Kozioma, awesome, all the way from Ibadan in the abroad. Demi Simply Vic. Oh yes, I knew. Some of you could say Somalia, John. Oh yes. If you are Somalia, you're abroad. Nobel. I see you. Toyosi, you are there doing hand like this. I said I invited you to the live. You did not come. Now your plenty thing you were typing there. Come and talk it with mouth. Noni Igwe all the way from Australia. Ifi Chisom. My very lovely sister. How are you doing? See, Abrodariano. Toyosi. Daddy Freeze, I can't pick. I'm walking. You have your own work. Then some people that used to have work before, everywhere don't scatter, they not get work again. You must pick. In that your work, you must pick. Oh yeah, everybody shout. Toyosi, pick. Toyosi, pick. You must pick in that your work. Because some people don't get work again for Nigeria. Uchiwali, how are you doing? That's another Abrodarian. I know you people. You people know they use your own work play. So I'm looking for, let me bring Simply Vic. At least that one I know say go pick. You know if you work for this kind of time. Unless you don't add security join work. Yo, Vic, what's up? Our very own.
Bro, I did.
So what's your take real quick on social media?
I came late. What was the question?
The question is, so should social media be regulated in Nigeria? According to Mohammed, he believes social media should be regulated because, how do you put it? Because of the false fake news and all the things that came with the NSAS protest. So what is your take?
I don't know whose job it is to regulate social media.
I don't know. Just five.
Facebook is already regulated by Facebook.
By Facebook. Facebook is already regulated by Facebook.
Yeah, so if you put any rubbish there, they will flag it, they will take it down. So we don't need any Nigerian regulation. It's not a Nigerian body. It's not a Nigerian company. It's not a Nigerian entity. It's not a Nigerian content.
Shouldn't it be regulated by like NCC, MBC, NDDC, all those CCCs people?
See, we are not. This is not the era of NTA where they can do anything they like. This is not the era of NTA. If obviously you know there are some things you put online, they will take it down. So we want more. We know fake news when we see one. That's why personally I don't like WhatsApp, because what people just spread whatever they see, unverified stuff. But we know we know the fake ones and we know the real ones, and that's why everybody blogs. But it's not all blogs that is true. But we don't need any Nigeria. If every country starts to censor, so indirectly, in a way, they are saying they want to regulate. But in my mind, I'm thinking, are they trying to tell people not to? So it's like they want to reduce freedom of speech or freedom of expression. Because that means people like you, there are some things you cannot preach about or say. So if you probably mention the government, you're going to be in trouble in any form. So I don't buy that idea at all. To what end? Where do they draw the line?
We in Nigeria, once we start something, now go with the hair. They know the hair come. Before you know it, you just preach. They'll just come and meet you one day, say, Daddy Freeze, we hear you are preaching on the... where's your license to preach on social media? We don't need any. No, now you need. And now them go sign you the license.
Yeah, they have to get control, a body that will come and control everything. So you need a license. So it will be like every other. So for you now being a content maker or a content producer, you have to have maybe they will tell you to come and subscribe with, what's this body in Nigeria? CSC? Is it the one that...
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to register with CSC and all that. So when do you stop? What do you now start producing? Do you start to edit what? So all the past content you have put out there, what do you do with them? So which one is valid? Which one is going to be invalid? So I don't get it. Lai Mohammed should talk, without due respect. Lai Mohammed, please, sir. There are better things to face right now. There are more pressing issues. Social media is not a problem. Social media is not an issue. We know that when we see fake news, we know. we don't need anybody to come and regulate the body.
All right, Simply Vic, thank you so much. That was Simply Vic, a wonderful Abrodarian who I love so much. And for the rest of you, thank you all so much. Freedom of speech or freedom of misinformation. Which one? Some people are saying we're turning to China. Okay, una no go need verification again. Okay. So guys, that's as far as we can go today. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. Tomorrow I'll be having a scriptural session again in the afternoon. And also in the evening, we'll be discussing all what's happening with regards to politics. Now, don't forget to join us at 2:30 p.m. for Forex with Daddy Freeze and Bookie. Daddy Freeze and Chairman Bookie. It's an awesome opportunity for you to understand all about Forex. How do you trade Forex? How do you make money in Forex? What is Bitcoin? Can you buy Bitcoin with Naira? Can you sell Bitcoin locally? You need to find out all about these things, and you also need to know how to earn in Bitcoin. And one of the easiest ways to earn in Bitcoin is by selling Forex. Find out all about this 2:30 p.m. Make sure you join live. I wanted to say on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Live on 99.3 Nigeria Info is at 10 o'clock. But at 2:30 p.m., it's youtube.com/Daddy Freeze Teaches and across all my social media platforms. Don't say you weren't told. You need to make money like the Abroderians. You want to be an Abroderian? Earn like one. See you guys tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. You know I love you all.